Hey guys, Thomas from Adventures here, and today is my first collection video, and it's going to be of all of my engines and all of my rolling stock. So let's get started. First here, I have my Little Engineers Thomas. This was my first wooden Thomas, like, I think. I'm pretty sure. Next, I have my normal Thomas, and after I have Edward. Sorry guys, I didn't put down any track because it's all in, not all of it, but most of it's in my layout. And so I'll give you another video of my layout. Next I have my Edward. It's an actual Edward engine, but then my 2003 Gordon's tender, because I lost Gordon's engine and my Edward tender. So it's like, what a coincidence. And so that's what I have. Next I have Henry. Next I have just a 2012 Henry. He's nice. And then this is my really beat up childhood Henry. Like from when I was I got this when I was like 4, I think. And I used to play with this Henry in the mud, and I remember shopping at Goodwill, and I lost his tender there. And so right now, I kind of just use him as a character called Austin. So it's my second Henry model. It's technically my first Henry model, but my extra one, because my other Henry's better. So next I have my new 2001 Gordon. He's beat up, but I'll point out if they're new to me, because this one, along with, as I told you in my other video, I think, is I got this Gordon, one of my Percy's, Fergus, Stepney, and Diesel 10, which I'll tell you the background story on all of them. So this Gordon is really nice. I mean, he's beat up, but he's still really nice, because, like I said, I lost my Gordon. Now, this is my only model of James, but I'm glad to have it, and it's the Dino James. And the Dino James is tender, obviously. And, I mean, it just kind of looks, I just use a lot of times, like, the dinosaur footprints as, sorry for moving around too much, but I use the dinosaur footprints as, like, coal dust on James, maybe. So next this is my original Percy, which I just think he's really fat, so I don't really use him. But this is my 2001 Percy. My friend gave this to me, and he's in almost all of the ones that my friend gave to me are in great condition, except for obviously Gordon over here. So Gordon, you go back here. So I like this Percy a lot, and again, he's 2001, like the Gordon. So next I have my only model of Toby, and he's a 2004 Toby. He's actually a really nice model. He's a great face, as you can see there. It looks like it totally renders the TV series. I'm not being sarcastic right now. So next is my all of these, this lineup that I just showed you is all of my main characters. Like, I have 1 through 7. I'm planning on getting a Duck, Donald, Douglas, and Oliver soon, but I'm still saving up quite a bit. So these are my tender engines, my extra tender engines, and I have, as you can see, this is not the original. This is the second version of the Flying Scotsman. I have Hank, and I have Molly. And Molly's a bit beat up. Oh, sorry if I'm blocking the camera. But next are my diesels, and that's Diesel 10. and that's the first is Diesel 10. This is the original Diesel 10, but I used to have a Diesel 10, but his claw, like the whole thing came off. Like normally, if you would see, like this, the pinchy part here down to this part would break off, the whole thing just came off, and that was just the Diesel 10 engine, and then I lost it. So that's Diesel 10. Next I have Derek. This is obviously the second model of Derek, and as you guys can know, sorry it's a bit stiff, but you can pull out his back part over here. So next I have old style Mavis. She's really nice, and I got her with one of my fuel cars. It was this one. Oh dear. This one, and these two came into a 2-pack for the Day of the Diesels pack, so it was really nice. And then lastly, I have this just generic Imaginarium Diesel, which I think kind of looks like Salty, so I drew a little face and I put it on there, and this is my Salty. Yeah, I don't have very many Diesels. I have some other generic ones, but I'm not going to put those in this video. So next is my road vehicles, and the only road vehicle I have is this version of Butch. The only road vehicle. I want to get Trevor and Terrence and Birdie, but so far I just have Butch. Now next it will be my narrow gauge engines, and that's just this Scarloey and this new style Duncan. So this is the last category of engines that I have, and they're just my other tank engines. And so I have Lady. She's really nice. She's the Mattel version. Her dome like really shines. It's really nice. Next I have Patrick. He's one of my custom engines, and he's based off my dad. My dad actually has glasses. My dad's favorite number is 33, and my dad's name is Patrick. And then I just put these banners on because I like it, because I like the design. And then I have the Fat Controller. Just let it focus. Hopefully it focuses. Well, you can see the Fat Controller's in there. Next, I have Fergus, and this Fergus is my friend gave this to me as well. Let me just scoot the camera back so you can see. I like the flywheel, like the idea of the flywheel right here, and then I also like this, the top part, and it looks really cool when he's driving along the tracks. So next I have the new style Stepney, and it's just a new style Stepney. I mean, I would like the older version better, but I like this one too. Like the face is kind of like a bit chubby, but it's good nonetheless. And then lastly is this generic red steam engine, which I just call in red. And yeah, like I might give him James's tender occasionally, like when I'm not using James, but that probably won't happen because it's just, it'll be kind of weird for two engines to have the same name and number. So that's all of my engines. So let me just cut ahead in the video. Well, not cut ahead, let me just cut for now, and I'll get to you in a minute. Okay guys, so next is my rolling stock, and I have a lot of rolling stock. First I'm going to show you my coaches. So these coaches right here, they're not really coaches. They're just two little generic like cars which I put faces on. And these are technically, I'm calling them ladies coaches, but I will use them as trucks too. See? They're nice and small, like lady, and I like them. They're actually really nice, and I don't use them enough. So next I have these 3 like branch line coaches, which I also can use them as like the special coaches and stuff. And so here's just one. They all look the same except for these 2, which they have numbers on them. Here's this one. Sorry, I'm a bit shaky. And then here's this one. So yeah, that's my coaches. These are my only official like coaches. Next, this is gonna get a bit weird, but there's sorry, it's kind of hard when you're looking through the camera. Next, are these 3 diesels, which I use them as the express coaches. I mean, it looks kind of weird, but the line down the middle right here is kind of like the express coaches, and I have 3 of these diesels, and so that means 3 express coaches. Before, I only used these 2, because this one's a bit more beat up, as you can see, and then this one is just nicer. So yeah, that's my coaches. Next are my troublesome trucks, and I have Hector, this generic truck, another generic truck which I put a face on. I have this candy car which I can take out the chocolate. Then I have, oh dear, this candy car, which is the gumball one. I use these in any train. I don't only use them for this candy. Then I have this just generic yellow car, and that's all my troublesome trucks. Well, not only troublesome trucks, but that's all my trucks. Okay. Next are my brake vans. I mean not brake vans, box cars. I have this unpainted box car. This one that came with the Dinosaur James, which it makes dinosaur sounds. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's there. Then I have this just generic box car. Then I have this one, which is my version of a troublesome brake van. I just put paper all around it and drew a face on it. It has a red roof, but it used to be like there's horses in it. Next are surprisingly my 2 flatbeds. I only have, out of my many years of doing these Thomas and Friends things, I only have this one red cargo car. I have this black one as well, but it's Imaginarium. Next are my tankers, and I have the Soda Fuel one, and then I have this one that came with the Day of the Diesels pack with Mavis. Next are my cabooses. Well, technically, I have this caboose, which I just put paper on again. It's supposed to be the Spiteful Brake Van. And then I have this caboose, which I got with here. Let me just get it and put it on the track. Let me just get it. Sorry, guys. It came with this red steam engine, but so I'm just gonna use this as a coach. So let me just put this over with the rest of the coaches. And so I have those 3, and so that's my whole Thomas Wooden Railway collection. Let me just give you a quick overview of it all. It's not too big, but then it's not too small at the same time. I think I have a nice amount of engines. So next I'll be making episode 2 of season 1. I hope you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications so you can see when my next video comes up. Thanks.